Let's consider the equation for the vertex of a parabola. So if we have the following equation, if we have y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, right? This is the equation for a parabola. And the vertex of the parabola, that is the place where it has its either utmost bottom point or utmost top point, right? One of the two, right? If this number here is positive, then it will be concave up. If this number here is negative, then it will be concave down. But this point right here is given by the following formula. The vertex is given by negative b over 2a, and then the function value of negative b over 2a, right? So let's consider an example to see how this would fall out. So let's consider y is equal to, so this is just an example. Let's consider y is equal to 2x squared plus 4x plus 3. So then we need negative b over 2a. This is what we need. We need negative b over 2a, and we need the function value of negative b over 2a, right? So negative b is equal to positive 4, right? This is b here. So we have negative 4. And a good idea is to take these numbers, and whenever you put them in here, put them in parentheses, because sometimes this number right here will be a negative number, and then that negative will cancel that negative. So it's a good idea to put these numbers in parentheses, and then divided by 2 times a, and a is 2, right? Like this. And then this will be the function value of negative 4 over 2 times 2, right? So let's carry this out. Negative 4 divided by 2 times 2 is 4, so negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. And then we need f of negative 1, right? Plugging negative 1 into here, we have negative 1 squared is positive 1, so 2 times this becomes 2, right? So let's do this. Let's do y of negative 1 is equal to 2 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3, like that. So this negative 1 squared, and let me separate this as best I can. All right? Okay, this is positive 2. This whole thing is positive 2. And then this whole thing is negative 4. Negative 1 times 4. So 2 minus 2 is negative 2. And then plus 3 is positive 1. So negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1, right? So then the vertex occurs at negative 1, comma, positive 1. And we see that this leading coefficient is positive, so it will be concave up. So if we graph it, we have x and y. The vertex occurs at negative 1, positive 1, so negative 1 on the x-axis and positive 1, so this point right here. And then look, we can see where the y-intercept is, because the y-intercept is this constant value here, because if x is equal to 0, look, this term becomes 0, this term becomes 0. Get rid of this. And then this is 3. So we know that it crosses the y-axis at 1, 2, 3 right here. So we know this point is on the graph, so I'm going to step in front here to try to graph this as best I can. And you can graph it with your calculator to see that this is true. Right? So it looks something like this. It'll probably look a little bit better, but we see the main highlights are demonstrated here. This is the vertex at negative 1, positive 1, right? And then it crosses the y-axis right there, right? Okay, this is the vertex formula. I'm going to step to the side and give you a clear screenshot. Try it for yourself.